The subscriber gap between MrBeast and T-Series is closing at an ever faster rate, but will MrBeast actually pass T-Series, or will this battle for the throne continue to brew for years to come? In this video, you will see the most insane battle on the internet and how it will impact the future of YouTube's giants. So strap in as we uncover every element of how T-Series was the fastest growing channel in YouTube history, only to be followed by another channel that grew just as fast, and how this incredible event may seem like it's closing in on its end, but it may actually just be the beginning. So what is T-Series? As someone who doesn't listen to music outside of Spotify, hearing about any big music industries on YouTube wasn't really a thing that ever crossed my feed. But somehow everyone knew who T-Series was when it was becoming increasingly clear that they were about to compete with YouTube's #1 creator at the time, PewDiePie. For those that are new to the YouTube space, PewDiePie has been a household name on YouTube for a long time. He was early to hop onto the content wagon and quickly became YouTube's most subscribed creator. At this same point in time, the hero of this story, MrBeast, was in high school dreaming of becoming a YouTuber, having only around 5 subscribers and making Minecraft videos on a hand-me-down laptop. Few years later, PewDiePie was the first creator ever to hit 50 million subscribers, which he was awarded by YouTube a special 50 million subscriber plaque in the style of his logo at the time. And he remained uncontested for years, until the fateful year of 2018. The channel T-Series was taking to the charts and was gaining tons of subscribers insanely fast, so of course the people of the YouTube community took a bit of a closer look into what was going on, and what they found was a channel based in India that was uploading music from Bollywood productions and other related videos. And we found that T-Series was growing so fast because India had recently been a part of an internet surge, where tons of new users were gaining internet access, allowing them to surf the web and eventually land on YouTube's website. And of course, companies took this opportunity, seeing the potential to gain massively, one of which was the people behind T-Series. They have been uploading popular songs from Bollywood and more onto their channel for years, and these videos got advertised towards all the new internet users across their country, giving them access to hundreds of their videos at a time. This made their subscriber count skyrocket insanely fast, which in turn had YouTube's algorithm promote their content even more, which simply added more fuel to the fire. Soon enough, they had surpassed 50 million subscribers and had gained the attention of other YouTube users across the globe. And there was one community who saw this channel's rise as a potential threat to their leader, the 9-year-old army. PewDiePie's viewers first took notice of this channel's success in August of 2018. PewDiePie himself took public notice in a Lowai episode where he basically just told everybody to subscribe to him. But to his surprise, the YouTube community took this statement a little too seriously. As tension between the channels grew, PewDiePie decided to make his very first diss track, taking part in the rising popularity of dissing other creators at the time, titled, well, it's on screen, I'm just gonna let you read that. But it was his second diss track that has all the good details on T-Series as a corporation. With help from popular songwriters Rumi and Boy in a Band, they went on to make an excellent piece of music that was later titled Congratulations. For those of you that don't know these artists, Rumi was basically that guy who went viral doing voice impressions, and Boy in a Band has been in the YouTube space for a long time, focusing solely on making music. His most popular work was Don't Stay in School with 48 million views. But now there's a couple of lines in this diss track that I'd like to point out that may play against T-Series and their respective growth on the platform. The first one I'd like to point out is, "Now you're at #1, hope you did nothing wrong like starting your business by selling pirated songs." This was actually true and not just an emotional jab. T-Series actually had no rights to any of the songs written or played in Bollywood, and yet they got access to these songs and uploaded them to the channel. This has since been changed, but it shows that they aren't just an innocent bystander. The next one I'd like to point out is, "I'm certain that you haven't had collusions with the mafia." Now, this is one serious claim, and one that I'm not going to dive too deep into for safety purposes, in case this video gets the internet's attention. But if it's true, there may be more to T-Series' story than what's just on the surface. Regardless, these diss tracks gained tons of attention, and they're basically both still PewDiePie's most viewed videos on his channel, so it's safe to say that they helped in keeping his lead. But like I said before, PewDiePie wasn't alone in this fight, and tons of creators and fans came in to help. And MrBeast was basically the commander in this army. MrBeast spent tons of money to advertise subscribing to PewDiePie, and he went to some absolutely extreme heights. He went on to buy nearly every billboard in North Carolina, which actually ended up getting the attention of a local radio show where he went on it to tell everyone listening to subscribe. And he even went to the lengths of saying PewDiePie 100,000 times. And as much as these attempts helped, T-Series was still growing insanely fast, so it was time to pull out the big guns. MrBeast and his crew ended up making a video where they all went to the Super Bowl with shirts that spelled out "Sub to PewDiePie." Given how expensive Super Bowl tickets are, especially behind the end zone, this was a high risk for high reward. And it actually worked. Tons of people tweeted out that they saw the shirts and it got tons of awareness towards subscribing. But as much as the 9-year-old army fought for their leader to stay on the top, it just couldn't compete with the insane growth of T-Series. And unfortunately, in early 2019, T-Series gained the lead for the final time and went on to beat PewDiePie to 100 million subscribers. However, anyone who watched till the end of this congratulations diss track, they got to see a small clip of PewDiePie's most determined fighter among the YouTube community, MrBeast, giving a defeated yet deserving applause to T-Series for putting up a better fight. But this is when things take a turn, because while PewDiePie wasn't able to pass T-Series, there was always the opportunity for someone else to take up the task and attempt to become the most subscribed creator on the platform. And now, in a perfect storytelling fashion, MrBeast was up to the plate to take on this insane task. The whole PewDiePie versus T-Series thing got MrBeast a lot of attention. MrBeast was clearly trying his hardest to raise awareness to keep the king of YouTube on his throne. Of course, T-Series won, but that didn't omit the attention that MrBeast got. He now had gained a considerable following, amassing millions of subscribers. Not just from this cause, but for timeline purposes, these events overlapped each other. The mastermind of Jimmy continued to make incredible videos, and of course, gained millions of subscribers each and every time. And while it took a few years after PewDiePie hit 100 million, it was on July 28th, 2022, that Jimmy surpassed his own 100 million subscribers. This whole subscriber war had PewDiePie and MrBeast extremely close, and they grew quite the friendship. PewDiePie even encouraged MrBeast when he was asked how he felt about him passing his channel in subscribers. And when Jimmy finally hit 100 million, Felix congratulated him in passing such an incredible milestone. And even though they had grown such a good friendship, they had yet to meet each other in person. Thankfully, this wasn't too far away, and they finally met when MrBeast made a video about different priced vacations, with the final vacation having a cameo of the man himself. But this was just the beginning. 2023 became Jimmy's best year on YouTube yet, gaining a total of 99 million subscribers throughout the year, just shy of yet another 100 million. But this year, the MrBeast channel surpassed 200 million subscribers on October 14th. This gain was nearly 5 times as much as what T-Series gained in 2023, which was a mere 25 million subscribers. At this point, T-Series had over 250 million subscribers, but with this year's gain on the MrBeast channel, it was clear that T-Series wouldn't be holding on to their throne for much longer. And as of the time writing this script, MrBeast is only 9 million subscribers away from passing T-Series, and it's been estimated that this takeover will take place sometime in mid-July. That leaves us with just under 3 months left until MrBeast is officially the biggest YouTuber in the world, even though he technically already is. Even Jimmy has said that subscribers is just a vanity metric at this point, simply because his fame is no longer determined by just his subscriber count. He is known all over the world from reposted clips of his content or times that he's been on interviews, and similar edutainment channels just like this one cover him a lot. And if you want more content like this, you can let me know by hitting that subscribe button. But it's not just reposted clips that have amassed him such an intense fan base. He's also got an accumulated social media following of an additional 300 million followers. And of course, his multi-billion-dollar snack company Feastables gives him a lot of attention as well. Everywhere you look on the internet, you're going to see his face. That's just how crazy he is. So when he passes T-Series and subscribers, what really happens? Well, a lot actually. A lot of creators follow Jimmy and his knowledge religiously, and seeing his channel as the #1 creator on YouTube will only increase that following. But for those same creators, it also gives a lot of inspirational motivation. T-Series was basically a music industry. It's not like it was just one person running the show. It was a large production team in the music genre working on this one channel together. Even though Jimmy has his own production team, he's still the center of it all. He's the one who built the brand up with his bare hands. Seeing an individual like that at the very top is a huge inspiration for aspiring creators to show that with hard work and dedication, you can top even the biggest of production companies to achieve the dream that you want. So it's not just about passing T-Series and subscribers, it's about making a statement on following your passion to the absolute limit, which in turn makes the possibilities limitless. So then the clock is ticking, isn't it? We just said that mid-July is the fateful month when this final showdown commences. So after that, it's just gonna be back to work as usual, right? Well, I don't think so. It's been made very clear that T-Series knows what's up. They even went out of their way to make a full video as a call to action to subscribe to their channel. Coincidentally, around the same time that MrBeast is inching closer and closer to passing their channel. This shows that they would definitely prefer to keep their #1 spot on YouTube, and I believe that this is just the beginning of a year-long battle between the two biggest channels on the platform. While MrBeast will just continue to do what he does best and gain millions of subscribers per video, T-Series is about to play the catch-up game. Recently, they haven't been growing as fast, and that gave MrBeast time to catch up to them. But now he's growing faster than them, and I don't think that they like that very much. So over the next year, I think we can expect to see T-Series try as hard as they can to keep up with MrBeast's growth. And they may even get close to staying neck and neck with him, but only time will tell what happens. Who knows? Maybe MrBeast will just blow T-Series out of the water and leave them in the dust, only to then await for the next contender of the throne.